So just taking a step back, first of all, talking about Terminal 1, how has the commercial performance been in Terminal 1 since the completion of the refurbishment? I think it was in May 2016.
Yeah, our goal was, of course, to increase not only the passenger satisfaction, which went also up. We had a nice increase in ASQ, so we're very happy about that. And then, of course, also the financials. And we are on a trend of plus 40% versus before. So, which is for us a good result, and which is completely in line, even a little bit more than what we thought.
Excellent. And how have you set about creating a differentiated product offer in Terminal 1?
Well, you know that our overall vision was to create the most surprising commercial experience in a European airport. For us, it's three things. It's first of all the sense of place, very important for us. Then an entry up to upskilled level, because sometimes you forget the entry level. So we really tried also to have entry-level products, which is important because we don't have only billionaires at Nice Airport. And then the last thing is surprising. We really wanted to have an offer which was different than in other airports, because we really think that now all the airports, they are doing well their job, but you find a little bit the same products all over the world. It's not easy to have that differentiation, but we really try to have that kind of products which you can only find in Nice, which is also a little bit linked with, of course, the sense of place.
And then just moving on to Terminal 2 now, how have things progressed in the terminal with the passenger route? It's now based on a single security check-in area now, and how's that performing, and how's the new alias still performing in Terminal 2?
Well, we promised to deliver 90% in end of May 2017, so that's what we did. Now we have to end things, so we're still busy with the last openings of restaurants and some shops. But overall, Terminal 2 is performing very well, even better than Terminal 1. The single security area is also working very well. We have a promise of maximum 10 minutes waiting time. Until now, we can achieve that. And then afterwards, the new walkthrough operated by Lagardère is also performing on a very good way. We were really surprised also to see, because we have much more French people passing in that walkthrough. It's one of the first domestic walkthroughs in France. And even the French people are transforming much more than before, thanks to that walkthrough.
And just wanted to touch on the single security area. How much of an impact do you think this actually has on the buying habits of consumers? I mean, 10 minutes, people must finish cross security in a much better mood, which means they're much happier to spend more. Have you noticed?
Well, first of all, for us, it was the only way to have a walkthrough. Otherwise, you have to build different walkthroughs, and it's already complicated. We have already two of them with Terminal 1 and Terminal 2, so we could not have two walkthroughs. It was not possible, so we were obliged to have that single security area. But for us, it's also a way to have a more industrial way to handle that, because you have one big critical mass, so it's much easier for peak periods and lower periods to have the advantage of a bigger organization. Beforehand, we had different security areas, so you always need the people to have it work. And there it's all unified, so we can much better work with it, and it's much more efficient for our operational people to handle it. And that's why we can also give that maximum waiting time of 10 minutes. And you know, the less you have to wait, well, the quicker that you are also in the shop, but also you're less stressed, and of course it gives a good mind to the people, and so they are much more open to consume.
Finally, you awarded Lagardère, I think it was an 8-year contract, I think it was, in 2015. What are your aims and objectives, other than the obvious, for that duration of those 8 years in partnership with Lagardère? And how far are you? It's been a good start, so it's been good so far since 2000?
Yeah, we are very happy. In fact, we have two main concessionaires. We have Lagardère for the walkthroughs, and then we have Dufry more for the fashion and the souvenirs and gastronomy. Lagardère was they worked a lot on the marketing side, and that's one of the reasons they won the walkthroughs. They went very far with us, just in that sense of place, bringing in local brands and things like that. So, and they are very good in executing. We didn't have any delays on the delivery of the walkthroughs, despite for us it was quite big areas. They are around almost 1,000 square meter. And the day-to-day business is also going very well. We have very close relationships, so we work almost every day together. We exchange data, we do, for example, a lot of mystery shoppers and things like that. So we really work very close to enable them to have the maximum of sales possible and also the maximum of satisfaction of our passengers. But we do that also with Dufry and with our other brands. So it's very important for us to have that relationship, partnership, because at the end of the day, we want passenger satisfaction and passengers that consume. So we have a common goal there.
And how far are you down the line in terms of what's left of the? Because you're on a project, aren't you? Is there still a long way to go in terms of overall redevelopment at the airport from a commercial perspective? Is there still lots more to be done?
Well, no, we are finished. So we still have to open some F&B outlets and some shops. So at the end of the year, everything will be finished. And then we will come more in a period of details. So it's really to be very good in the details for the performance, for the passenger satisfaction, that we have a clean airport, a nice airport, a welcoming airport, people smiling. So that will be the next job, to really be as precise as possible and to have really the sense of detail, because we think it's really important to run a good operation.